So, guys, hold on. You see the oh, it's a little cricket. You see the little look at the cushions on the couch flipped all over and stuff. I went crazy trying to find my phone. I couldn't find my phone from when I got home last night, so everything is all in disarray. Another thing too, when I wait for people to arrive, I find it disrespectful to see every day my apartment complex putting out these things about illegal parking. We're going to tow your vehicle here. We're going to do this here. The rules are correct. You know, you shouldn't park in a handicapped space. You shouldn't park on a line, like all the wrong things that people are parking. But what is disheartening about it is it'd be different if these people were being lazy, but they have no choice. Like there's nowhere to park. I mean, I counted it. It's 24 apartments for each building. It's like two buildings put together, 12 apartments each. That's 24. And then I look outside and there's 22 parking space. So even if we're not New York, we're Atlanta, you have to have a car. So every apartment, the person has a car. But some of these are 3-bedroom apartments with a family. They may have 2 cars. You got 22 spaces, 24 apartments. It makes you not even want to leave at night. Because I know if I leave at night and I go to a restaurant, I go out with friends. When I come back, I'm parking like 4 apartments down. They have to know that this is a major issue. So to wake up and always see parking lot emails about the people when it's the apartment complex, like just send one email, just send something of encouragement. We're thinking of new ways and strategies, or it's so much wasted space between in front of an apartment. Like there's there's 2 handicap parking spaces, right? And then there's like these lines that, that's in between, like these zigzag like lines. So the 2 handicap parking spaces is taking up like 5 spaces where you can have more cars there. But whoever designed these apartments to have 22 parking spaces when 24 people live in a building, and at minimum 24 people, it is ridiculous. Like me working from home, I'll park really far and then I'll go and move my car right back in front of my building. So just my little rant before I get into what I want to get into on this video. I'm glad you're here, Anonymous Wish, because maybe you're gonna like the analogy. Um, so after my live last night, I had an amazing phone conversation with somebody, and like I forgot, if you say how you feel on the subject, I sign out. I'm not on the internet. I'm just laughing, walking around my apartment, walking on my balcony, and then when I got off the phone, it was nighttime. And I was like, I just went online. I'm like, oh, yeah, the thing happened with Chasing True. And I'm like, oh, let me go read some comments later last night. And that's why I titled this video the way I did. I forgot what name and title thing. The Eminem Fan Effect. So by the way, too, early on, there you go right there about how much I get lied on. Someone sent me a clip that Laura said I went around spreading somebody's news. It's like they'll try. They every time they do a true crime video, the family hates them. The family likes me. And they'll go lie to you guys and say I'm spreading a nude or doing something. They got a person right there. She hates Laura. She don't hate me. I didn't spread anybody freaking nude. But they just go on lying, and just want you guys to just. He has a deep voice and he's black, so please believe me, even though I show no evidence and I lie on him. And every time we try to put something on him, the people that we say that hate him, they like him. So there you go, right there, right to start my live on one lie she said. But this is the Eminem Fan Effect. I didn't have a problem with Chasing Truth when she left my live. I never had a problem with Eminem, the rapper. Eminem, the rapper, had such deep knowledge of Black culture. He knew the history of rap. He knew MCs. And I realized, like, what's my problem with Eminem? Eminem is doing everything that a white person should do that joins and gets into hip hop. Why don't I like him? It's not I don't like Eminem. Why do I push away from Eminem? It was because of his fans. His fans, you know, Eminem fans were not like Eminem. I hear from people who never listened to rap in their life. They tell you like listen to rock and all this other stuff, and then they like, yo, Eminem's the greatest rapper alive. I'm like, oh really? Do you know who Chino XL is? Do you know who Pharoah Monch is? These are hip hop names Eminem loved and grew up on because he knew these were strong lyricists and because he did his study and stuff. But it's like his fans are just like they're just assholes who are naive and willful naive and don't want to learn to do anything. And it pushed me away. So I was thinking, like, my feelings on Chasing Truth when she left. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? We had a conversation, we talked it out, right? But then when I come on at night and I hear from Chasing Truth fans, then I get pissed off because it's not YouTube anymore. It's showing you the issue with America, right? Because when I come on last night and I finally read comments, the negativity is coming from two different ways. It's coming from Laura and her people, which is boring to me. I know what Laura gonna do. She's gonna go on, scream loud, and lie. She said that I made a clip video of her. No, I didn't. I had nothing to do with that video because I'm enjoying my life. That video was made by Burnt Toast. Burnt Toast, who wasn't even in the community, came in and saw all the horrific things and saw all the racist stuff because Burnt Toast actually cares about racism. And she put all of those together. She says she's cut out of context. How can you be cut out of context to say, I would never be a gypsy, gypsies steal, to negatively put down people like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she says, find the entire video of her being racist instead of the ones to cut out. She says that because she has the video there on her channel put on private. People are fucking idiots to not call this out. But Laura people do not upset me because it's the same oh shit rehash. Let's lie on John. Let's say these horrific things about him, and let's get people to not even want to listen to him because he's articulate, and everything he says he backs up with evidence. Okay, cool. But the Chasing Truth people are some new shit. Just gonna read some comments to you all and let you see how it feels coming from another point of view. And I realized that the Chasing Truth people really are what's sad with this fucking country. So I'm gonna read some comments to y'all. They're not like fuck you or no shit like that. No, they're just equally dismissive of any kind of plight that other people could go through. They don't give a fuck about shit. Except for their queen. They care about humans instead of humans, human beings' actions. And the person that they look up to, like Eminem isn't like his fans. Chasing Truth isn't like her fans. Because she believes in the shit that they don't give a fuck about. So let's go to my last video. I'm gonna go to her post. I'm gonna go to Chasing Truth post, and I'm gonna go to my video. You can see it when they talk to her, and you can see it when they come over to my channel. All right, let me share my screen. Let's just go backwards. First of all, this is a LAR person, right? This is how hard it is to be a fucking black person or any minority. As in the racist video you saw of Laura's rant, she literally put down every race on the fucking planet. So I personally don't believe Laura is an intentionally racist. She's politically incorrect, old-fashioned, comes from a time when stereotypes were used on a daily basis. What the fuck is she, 90 years old? Laura's the same age as everybody else here, accepted on TV. Okay, and look, he said she comes from a time when stereotypes were on a daily basis accepted on a time on TV. I grew up on Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy Raw. If you go watch Eddie Murphy best comedy special, it's called Delirious. Eddie Murphy says the FAGGOT word really, really hard 1 billion times, and he's in a time period where it was okay to just put down gay people. Don't mean that I'm gonna go do it now just because I come from the fucking 80s. The shit that people make up for an excuse for other people's is asinine at times. They say sometimes education explaining is far better route than calling someone a racist. All right, wait till I respond to that. Certain ages really do not understand racism. Microaggression needs to be taught. The comment too dark in regards to an area to not was not about race. It was about dark energy, a place that is full of crime and negativity. Their reaction in regards to the place itself being called that is not a race. My reply was, your willful ignorance is sad. You make an attempt in your first sentence, and by the second, you're reacting as if your assumption is true. By the third sentence, you look dumb because she made a video stating she doesn't take back anything she said. And by your final sentence, you're a troll saying she meant dark energy because she said, I'll never say this on a live. I'll only say this to you guys. So, all right. So let's go back to the sometimes education in explaining is a far better route than calling someone a racist. I take back nothing I said about saying all of this racist shit. Certain age groups don't understand racism. This community is surrounded by people far older than Laura. Around a lot of people Laura's age, and a lot of people younger than Laura. A lot of people in their 30s. Laura's not a fucking baby. She's a grown ass woman. How can you say someone meant dark energy when they talk about Atlanta when she says, I will never say this out loud. I'm only saying this because I'm on the phone with you guys. And a woman who goes on multiple rants about Black Americans and her disdain for Black Americans. Baby coddled, all these free assistance, all of these programs, and she has public opinions about Black Americans. It is more asinine and unrealistic to make the assumption that she was not talking about Black Americans. And also, too, you're making excuses of why someone is a racist, not why someone isn't. Because they're politically correct, old-fashioned. And I don't believe she comes from any kind of goddamn time. She's not a fucking old-ass woman. But that's just an excuse for why someone is racist. And I like when you're detailed, no one responds to you. Look at this comment here. This is what I say are dangerous comments right here. And you wouldn't think that this is dangerous. You wouldn't think that these are bad. This would be a bad comment because you're not the person that all of this negativity is coming towards. It didn't happen to you, so you have no dog in the fight. So you only are able to have empathy for the person you like. You like chasing truth, so you'll watch this only thinking, what if you were her? You never once put yourself in my shoes to show empathy for me. This person says chasing has been put in an impossible situation here. She literally cannot win. It's amazing to me that you could watch this whole video and that's the one sentence you can come up with. I replied, it's laughable that you think this is impossible. That's so dramatic. She can A, go over and befriend skanks that call her friend, and I put that in quotation because that's what Chasing Truth said out loud, that calls her friend a sexual predator and says racist things, or she can avoid going to those dangerous channels and keep a friend. It's not impossible. This live is proof, as I stated, you do lend support by going to someone's channel, as I always have 100 people in my live, yet when Chasing Truth came over, there was over 600 people here. She bring that many people to these harmful channels and they'll use their new popularity to say blatant lies about me without a shred of evidence, such as they did last night after this live. The fact that I can be called a predator and you can hear these racist things and all you can think about is poor Chasing Truth is what's wrong with this country and why I named it Victims Aren't We All. It is astonishing to me. It is astonishing to me. You know, like, what is so poor about Chasing Truth? What happens to her life? She wakes up, she goes live, she talk about the case that she wants to. She's fine. She don't have to worry about Like, and you look at these negative things that are said about me, they're only coming from 3 people: Tiffany Marie, Laura Keck, and it was Molly Golightly. That's what all of that stuff centers around. And all of that stuff comes from me speaking out about Laura saying something racist at the end of July of last year. Every sexual predator, every crazy asinine lie. John has a nude picture of all this bullshit is coming because a black guy heard someone speak out yet again and say something racist and lend his opinion. You know what I did last night? I pulled up my video and went all the way back to July of 2016, and it was astonishing. I may show you on this live. I said the same thing now as I said way back then. There's a part in the 27-minute mark on my video I made about Laura when I said, Mods, if you see people that was over there supporting these people, saying these lies and calling me predator and saying all this stuff, block them from my channel. You cannot go over there and support them and come over here. And I was a shocked to listen to that last night. I didn't say it in the screaming way. I said it talking exactly as I'm talking now. So it was never specifically about one person or chasing truth. That's how I feel about anyone. I didn't even know chasing truth back then. I still am the same John as I was back then as I am now. And Makeup Monster did great when she pointed out, like, John is saying the same thing he's always said. And then I like John for when he said it back then because they hate Laura and all of them. But they hate John for saying the same things he's saying now. It's astonishing to me. A lot of people on public assistance are white. Troll. I don't understand how someone can say, a lot of people say this could be done privately. In the video, it's clearly explained, and you hear from me and Chasing Truth. I did try to do this privately. I mean, I don't understand people. Like, maybe people have willful ignorance, or when they like someone, their ears turns off for no fucking reason. But I just don't understand why you can repeat such a crazy comment when it went over like 3 times during the live. Here's the harmful thing that I learned last night too. So many people said that they had no idea how bad Laura was because they hadn't heard from Laura, but they were on Chasing Truth channel making an opinion. How can you make an opinion if you didn't know who the person was I was talking about? That means you don't fully understand where I'm coming from. So people are good when they like a YouTuber to not do any kind of research at all and then just go off on the other fucking person. I've never been that way. Um, mm, I'm not gonna say that. This is me, right? This is me. This is sad. This is the first comment. Someone says, tells Chasing Truth, I'm not sure what this is about. That's astonishing. At that point, they should shut the fuck up. They say, I don't know what this is about, but I empathize fully with what you're saying. I don't understand why some people thrive on drama and wish to isolate and tear down individuals. This is a statement about me. I don't understand why some people thrive on drama. You can't even fucking be black. You can't even be fucking black and care if somebody you think is a great person is over there assisting someone that's so blatant fucking racist. If you do, you thrive on drama and you want to isolate them. This is the fucking world we live in. And it's not going to be astonishing. The only people who are shaking their head really hard right now are black people in my audience because they get it. This is I don't know how to make you empathize or put yourself in someone's shoes. Maybe I can use being a woman on that. It's like if someone was doing this shit to fucking women like this right here. Then Chasing Truth said this like wow, you support this person. All they do is, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to say I molest. Chasing Truth says they're trying to say I molest my children. I'm making that equal to them calling me a predator. And look at how they fucking do all women. This is how they feel about fucking women and shit. And then somebody come over to my channel and be like, look at Chase the Truth. She just want to isolate and she's all about drama. No, she feels this shit, man. She feels this shit. The first, like, this is such a horrible sentence. Chase the Truth liked it because people, she admitted the first sentence here. I'm not sure what this is about. Means she don't know anything. But then I said it. Look, the second part of that sentence. But I empathize fully only with the plight of Chasing Truth after not having any kind of input on what took place. And from all of this, I don't understand why people drive on drama and want to isolate and tear down individuals. This is why I'm cool with Eminem, but I don't like Eminem fans. Now this right here was really astonishing, right? This is I shared this screenshot with my friends. This next comment was someone said about Chasing Truth. They said, I will never forget that night porch chat months back when someone in chat mentioned their child was being bullied at school for how they dress, etc., and had no friends and how sad and lonely they felt. Their self-esteem was so low as chat carried on. More people expressed some of their children were going through the exact same thing. You were so outraged that kids were going through that, being made to feel like that, and wanted to make a difference and make those kids feel special that you took all their super chats and set out with Scott the very next morning to buy them some cool trainers and hoodies, etc., and posted them out. It wasn't about being materialistic. It was about letting those kids know that the world is not a mean and vile place, and there are people who care about them and want them to feel good. That was your very first instinct as soon as you read that comment from their mother. I repeat the final sentence. That was your first instinct as soon as you read that comment from the mother. Now, I want you guys to take that lovely thing that Chasing Truth did, and I want you to take this loving comment, and I want you to do me a favor. Just for one moment, could you pretend that you're me? Pretend that you're me. I'm not joking. I'm serious because that comment like made me feel even worse. Pretend that you're me. Pretend that you're friends with another creator. Chasing Truth. Y'all support each other. Look up to each other. And I want you to pretend your daughter went through the hardest part of her fucking life. Bullied in school, not knowing where her future resides, as her father has custody of her, but he's getting a divorce. Uh, whether right or wrong, just imagine the first instinct of the person that you saw fight for children all the time, and they love you because you fight for children. They always tell people about your favorite documentary is the Caitlin Nicole Davis documentary. When you put your heart and soul into telling that 12-year-old girl's story with your daughter in the story, and the last shot of my documentary is of my daughter. And imagine these disgusting fucking YouTubers come out here and talk about my child. And her first instinct wasn't the same as with these kids that she saw in this comment. Her first instinct, she went over there and chilled with them and wanted to be Switzerland. Just imagine you're me. I'm not saying who's right. I'm not saying who's wrong. I'm just saying, imagine if you're me and you saw this comment and you're getting heat from fucking people. There wasn't a tiny second of any kind of empathy even considered for anyone else. Eminem does, but not his fans. Oh. I'm so sorry that it got to this point. I'm so sorry that people are involving you in this. I don't understand what that means. I don't understand what involving means. And this is my life. And in my life, why do so many people have a problem? Well, if I want to talk to somebody or not, they can't even make up their mind. If I'm this bad person and you don't like me, why do you, when you be happy if I don't want to talk to her? I don't understand. It's not like she's getting beat up and picked on. Not like she's getting bullied. Not like nobody coming at her children. All that shit is happening to me. So like I don't understand. Like this is why can't I decide on my life? It's a lot different when you allow context to a sentence, boy. Look at what she said, and then I'll allow context. She said, people need to understand just because you withdraw from certain things does not mean you support certain behaviors. My reply to your first sentence is when Chasing Truth came to my channel, 600 people came. I only have 100 people when I go live, such as I go now, because people love the creator. Chasing Truth said on my live, I didn't tell people I was on Laura's channel. How would they know? Chasing Truth, you didn't tell anybody you was on my channel. This is YouTube. People are going to find you. 600 people came over. It isn't about willfully supporting certain behaviors. Your present alone supports behaviors. The same 600 she bought over here, she bought even more over to them. And everything I said happened. It's not like it didn't happen. More people find out about her. Laura goes live. Laura says more disgusting lies about me without truth, without any merit or evidence. Like it's not like what I, like you're being there alone, whether you want to call that support or not. It is support, and the only issue is if like you can still you can go anywhere you want to. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you can't do that and say we friends. That's all. I don't have any friends that do that. That's all. I'm talking about me and what I want to do with my life. I'm not talking about what other people do. She's a grown woman. She can go anywhere she wants to on YouTube. That ain't for me. I'm talking about me. I'm a grown man. I can choose who I want to talk to and who I don't want to talk to. But it seems like you people don't know me. You never heard of me. You heard these rumors and stuff and you ran off of them, felt I'm horrible, never came to check me out. Probably be shocked at how I'm talking now. Uh, so I don't understand. It's weird to me to have these strong opinions about me and then care who I want to be friends with. If I'm as evil as you guys put out there, you should be happy. What was this one? Maybe I passed. There was one more. I know what they said, but I think it could have been on another clip channel where someone clipped this. I don't think it was on her thing. But let me look down and see can I find it. Oh, watch this right here. Watch this. Watch this right here. Yep. Blocked. We all know who Bad Wolf is. Listen to this contradiction from someone I have blocked who is trying to squeeze their way to say something negative about me. You don't need this for anyone. I'm going to tell you with all the respect. Laura does say some dumb things. That's incorrect. She says blatant racist things, and there are tons of video on it. People can do the same thing with John. There's plenty of videos of his shenanigans. I love when people use generic words because they can't say anything in detail. Don't say shenanigans. Why don't you say the specific things that videos are made about me on? Probably because I was in the right, defending myself against blatant lies. Listen, do what you want on here and go where you want and don't back down from nothing. John has spent the last 10 months doing video after video verbally abusing Tiffany. Make no mistake, I would have been upset like him. But video after video, I can't blame him, but it's the way he did it. Listen to that ping pong ass shit. I don't blame him. I would have been upset just like him, but it's the way he did it. You mean you don't blame a father for protecting and coming after someone who did that shit to his daughter, and the way he came at them was to systematically put the pressure on them by letting the people know the truth about them? You mean by 10 months of not saying a single lie, not doing a single dox at all, not breaking the law, only showing facts with evidence and proof of the harmful things that this creator does so people can learn their real personality and make the decision to move away. By coming at my family, I came to show her subscribers. You mean that systematic choice that I decided to make because I know how harmful these people are? You mean the systematic choice I made that in by doing this, the fear that these creators are putting on other people? Just yesterday, y'all don't even know that Tiffany Marie Eclipse sent that she said I'll pay $100 for just someone in the chat information. I will pay $100. And then they go into the discourse and they go and they try to harm these people real life. You don't blame me for exposing this with proof and evidence so that people who only come here that are mature and want to hear about Summer Wells and trying to find this little girl can see the dangerous and harmful people and how they're being manipulated just to get money out of. That's the only thing I did when she said that shit about my child. That's interesting to me. That's interesting. But just for your knowledge, the Bad Wolf is a troll person that was in the drama community, and they normally say more harmful things, but they tried to clean it up because they knew it was Chasing Truth channel. So you got a platform now where the trolls can come in and talk shit about me. But I guess I should be okay about that, huh? I don't know. This is they're gone right. So this is how I know you guys don't do your research. Of course, that's a troll saying that they're unsubscribing from this channel. If you did any research, you will understand I don't give a fuck who unsubscribes from this channel. I don't care about this channel. This channel is where I can vent and be my real self. This is my backup channel. I don't care about a scandal channel at all. It ain't even the fact that you could even threaten you can unsubscribe. I read comments when people say, "Ooh, well, I just subscribed to this channel." Like, this ain't the channel you should subscribe to. Why subscribe to this channel unless you like me defending myself? But like, if you want to subscribe to a channel, subscribe to my real channel, John Crime. I don't give a fuck about this channel. This isn't the route I would go if this is a channel I cared about. I would have done a lot worse and unhealthy if anyone came for my child like that. That's why it's easy to defend them, you know. And again, from what I heard, this is all I heard about from Laura. I heard she said those were clips, of course. idiot. Who's going to put your whole live up there? But you have to look at the merit of what someone says when they say that they were clipped. Um, when you say things such as what she said about gypsies, right? The only way that could be clipped out of context would be is if right after that she said, that was me imitating my racist uncle. You know what I'm saying? You have to be like, let me joke about racism. There's no way you can clip those out of context unless she likes to go wake up every day, say things in a serious manner that are racist, and then right after that say, I was just being silly. But she wouldn't know how horrible she sounded last night because she didn't come look. She said things that new people come over to her gonna be like, wow, he's making you look really bad. John didn't make that video. He actually put the link in the chat of where the video came from. She said, I stand by what I said about black men who date white women. And that made me go all the way back to my video at the end of July of last year, which is up and open. You can see it. She stands on that. I'm going to end my live on a sad note. I thought Laura was wrong. She's not wrong. Laura is right. And when I say that she's right, I'm saying that she's right in her assumption that no one gives a fuck about the plight of minorities to the extent that it would ever fucking hurt me. No one cares about any of that shit that they're saying because they're here just for entertainment. So as long as I'm vile and disgusting, it doesn't matter that I got fired from my job and my supervisor told me because I lack empathy. And that matches with what I said about dead children and that I can use their picture on my candles without permission because they're fucking dead. Her exact words. It doesn't matter. In real life, my lack of empathy destroyed my job. And in real life on YouTube, I blatantly, repeatedly showed a lack of empathy. I can continue to do this. Bunch of people going to watch me and I can pay all of my fucking bills off these gullible idiots because what they are afraid to admit is that deep down inside, they don't give a shit enough. My provided entertainment for them for being so outrageous and so fucking evil has more longevity than John's righteous heart. Those fucking Chasing Truth fans don't give a fuck about that shit he's saying. They care about their girl. She is right. I never lie because I can only go by what I see. Laura Keck is right. So you guys enjoy your day and I will catch you on the flip side.